Okay guys, a little experiment here this evening. I ran out of seed for my safflower. I gotta go get about 700 pounds in the morning to finish that project up. And what we got here is about 100 acres of hay ground that I broke up last spring. And we went over it twice with the disc and got it seeded, but it's extremely rough. Just about bounced us out of the seats in the combine this fall. So we're gonna hit it with the disc here once this year, just to smooth it up, clean it up. I know it's gonna do a good job. And the big tractor's hooked to the air seeder still. So I hooked up the 8830 Ford here, and I just brought it over to the field. I'm gonna give it a shot. Yeah, I figured if it works, it'll be great. If not, at least we'll have the disc in the field where we need it. So I have pulled it a little bit in the past with this before, but it was just to roll some washouts in and to clean up some rough waterways and stuff. And so I had it socked in pretty deep then, and it did not pull up very easily. It really struggled. But I'm hoping that we're gonna maybe hit the sweet spot here, and there's a chance it might roll. So we might jump in here and see if we can make her work and give it a shot here. This tractor here is rated at, I think, 170 PTO horsepower. Got the 596 back there. My toolbox kind of about shot. I lost my lid the other day, and it is what it is there. But we're gonna give it a shot. This tractor, I use it primarily, you see there, for the baler. Got a loader on it. We do some light field work, some harrowing at times. Let's see, we want this. And let's see, get this steering wheel down here. Try to get my camera going a little better here once I get set. So we'll wing it down. I think this disc, if I remember right, we hauled it home about, that was like 2011, I think. And I looked it up then. I want to say that it weighs about, 15,000 pounds. So it's a fairly heavy disc. I think when it was new, I've always owned it since it's been used since I've owned it, but I think it had 24-inch blades, maybe 26. They're down to about 22 now, but it still rips and tears pretty good. So we're gonna give it a shot here to see if this old girl's, how she's feeling about it tonight. So I think we'll start out reasonably slow here. We don't need to get too wound up, because I know it's not going to pull it at any major speeds. I want to kind of work this at an angle. I'm just going to kind of get set here, pick a spot. We'll sink her in here and see what happens. Oh, she's not in love with it. I can tell you that right now, but it is pulling it. Oh, we're plenty deep too. I might pull my depth stop pins and drop them in a couple farther up holes, because this is plenty deep for sure. Looks like it's going to do a nice job leveling that up, and that's really what I was needing to do there. So yeah, let's you can see here too, I just picked a rock out up on the hill there. That's my driving point. I got no GPS, no guidance. We're old school in this girl for sure. Yeah, I think I'm going to shut down. Spin around. And we're gonna bump that thing up just a touch. Sorry, I told you this field's rough. It's a rough bugger out here for sure. Give this a whirl. I don't know how this is gonna work one-handed very good. I gotta kind of climb in there. Give it a shot though. head too hard. Get in the middle here, and you can reach them both. See these pins here, let me pull back. You set these pins, and I think top row and then there's a bottom row, and I think each hole I think is an inch. So I think this is a half an inch. Oh, this is a half an inch. This is an inch, inch and a half. I think is how these work. It's been a while. I don't mess with them too much. Let's see if I can get these worked out. There we go. A little tricky with the one arm deal there. I think I'm going to go full pinhole. We're going to go full inch. See how this is going to look. See how it's going to pull. Because it's, I mean, it's fine right now. Depth wise, I don't need to bury it, you know, to the spools. Now I got to get out of here without knocking myself out. Quite a bit of green coming out here. A lot of weeds. You can see last year, you can see all the wheat on the ground here. A lot of grasshopper damage last year. Look at all them heads down there. We figured probably across the board on the farm, probably cost us 10 bushels an acre last year, but that's history now. So here, look at good moisture here. So we're gonna go over this. Still a little lumpy, but you see we're not real deep. Probably 3 inches, maybe 4 inches. That's plenty deep enough for what I want to accomplish here. I don't need to rip it deep. Yeah, you can kind of see it's still a little lumpy, but I think by the time we come back over and hit it with the hoe drill, I think it's really going to smooth it out nice. Last year when I sprayed it, I had to go so slow that my pressures were down so low on my sprayer, I didn't even know if it was going to work. At one point, I almost just quit, but then I thought, no, I need to persevere, so we got her sprayed, but we just had to get this cleaned up. Okay, we'll jump back in here. I don't think I want to go any shallower than that, so if we can't pull it decently at this depth, we're going to have to just abandon the 8830 here, and we'll have to come over with the 876 Ford Versatile. Just have to unhook and we come over and do it. It's not going to be a big deal, but I just thought this way it might save me a day. Oh man, I knew this field was rough. Yes, definitely. It's going to be good to get over it, for sure. Come around, it's kind of teed off here again. And she doesn't mind that so much now. Yeah, she said, I can do that. But I gotta give it a minute here and look. I'm not so sure that we're too shallow. I think you're definitely too shallow. We're gonna have to go a halfway hole at least and give it a shot, because that's just barely scratching here. That's just not quite gonna do it. So we'll jump out, we'll hit the hole in between, and we're gonna see how that looks there. You can see there now, see, it's moving a little bit of dirt, but it's not even rolling a stubble over, so that's not gonna be good enough, because we don't want to just work this super deep. Again, don't bump the head. But we do want to We want to get a kill here though. We want to kill the weeds, and we don't want to have to come back over this with Roundup after we did tillage on it. So we want to roll it, get some weeds killed. Got one change. Go over to this one here. We're gonna go back to this hole here. It's gonna put us halfway in between of where we were at. Normally with my Versatile, I pull at least here or here, sock it in pretty good. But that's when we're doing like some heavy braking, and we really want to move the dirt. This pin this one likes to be sticky. There we go. You just put those in and it just goes up to right here, hits the depth stop. This hole here is for transport mode. You can lock it up. So just a manual depth stop here, no hydraulic valves or anything. Pretty basic system, just goes down till it hits. But it's fairly trouble-free though, and it's just a matter of finding that sweet spot, and then you're good to go. So we'll see how this looks. All right, kind of spin around here and make a little circle and get lined up again. So girl, for some reason, it's been a smoker. Been a smoker all her life. I don't know if that's going to cause cancer later on or not, but yeah, it likes to pour it out, especially when you're pulling on it. So, but it's been a good running tractor too, so it doesn't bother me too much. This tractor here has an 18-speed power shift with I guess I'd call it a shuttle, forward and reverse. It's kind of a handy transmission. I really like it for haying and baling. Pretty good on the loader too. But it's kind of old school, cab kind of a little bit narrower and stuff, but it works good. It's quiet. It's got a good air conditioner and whatnot, so I like that part of it. That's looking better. Definitely got the in-between going on. I don't like this outside gain here. It's just not cutting the way I want. But yeah, I don't know if this is going to work too much. See, it's bouncing a little bit there. It's just not quite in the ground is the bottom line. So I think what we're going to have to do probably is we're probably going to have to just go deeper, and if this tractor can't pull it, then we're just going to have to give up on it and hook the big guy up, I guess. So we'll see how it works. That's probably enough for this video for tonight, and I'll give you an update maybe tomorrow, next day, see how it's looking. So you guys have a good night. Hope things are working good for you.